hear it for Gary Ott. Where'd he go? Gary, where are you? You disappeared. Gary, there he is. So Gary came in a lot over your own personal recess time. I would frequently see Gary coming in. I was like, Gary, where are you going? You're not going to the playground? He said, no, I'm going to see Mr. Ormsby to practice. So a lot of practice involved in that, Gary. We loved hearing you play. Great job. Thank you. So I want to point out a couple of things. Look over here behind Mrs. Ott. It's okay, Mrs. Ott, you can show. You can be our, yes. So look, you guys, that's all of your work, isn't it? Pre-K, is that some of your work? Yeah, kindergarten through fourth grade, pre-K through fourth grade, right, Mrs. Hoover? Was that from our visiting artist? And Mrs. Hoover, you hung up every little creation. That, yeah, they're not all there yet? More to come. So I just think that's so beautiful. And the time it took for Mrs. Hoover to hang all of that up, can we applause? Give applause to Mrs. Hoover. But make sure you check out, look for your piece. I just love, yeah, you guys did a great job on that. So some reminders I have this morning. You ready for my list of reminders? Yeah, I know, reminders. So car line reminder. Where are you dropped off in the morning for car line? Does anybody know? Where should you be dropped off in the morning? What do you think, Philip? By the gym, so over here. Are you dropped off in the back? Are you dropped off on the side over here? No. I heard somebody say yes. No, actually it's for safety reasons. We want everybody dropped off over here, okay? We have lovely admin greeters out there every morning ready to say good morning to you, and it's a safe place for drop-off, okay? Uniform reminders, I have some of those too. We talked about this. We had a lower school teacher meeting yesterday, and we were talking about, it seems like we're getting a little bit confused with uniforms, so let's clarify a couple of things. So sock color, first of all, gray, black, white. Those are your sock color choices, okay? Leggings. Does anybody know what color leggings we're supposed to wear? What color? Black or gray. Yeah, black or gray. What about for our outerwear? If it's a really cold day, I know it's like 65 today in the middle of February, so you don't really need this today, but typically, Donnie, what can you wear? Well, that's true. You can wear short sleeves. If it was a little cool, you might want to wear your Montgomery sweatshirt or your Montgomery fleece. Okay, those are your choices for the outerwear. There's been some sweaters and things coming in, which is fine if you're going outside, but while you're inside, it's the Montgomery sweatshirts or Montgomery fleece, okay? Should we wear t-shirts to school or the collared shirts? The collared shirts, okay? Okay, are we clear? What else? Teachers, did I forget anything else? Anything else we feel like we need to remember? I think that's everything on my list. So, some exciting news. Mrs. Blair, what has happened in athletics this week?
The girls' basketball team went undefeated, 11-0.
Oh my gosh. Do we have any girls basketball players in the house here? Stand up if you're a girls basketball undefeated champion. Come on, stand up, Hayden. Yay, good job, girls. Wow. Mrs. Blair, will they get a banner in our gym? They will get, oh my goodness. It's a big deal. We have an undefeated season. A lot of hard work in that, girls, and we're really proud of you, and congratulations. Awesome. So we are about to embark on a little break. Are you ready for a little midwinter break? Yeah. Hope you guys have some fun, some safe fun. Don't forget to read, write. We'll look forward to seeing you when you're back. But before we go, we're going to next Friday, guys, so you're going to have your long weekend, and then you're back. And on February 24th, we're going to have a Drop the Dress Code Day, and we want you to bring in donations on that Drop the Dress Code Day, because probably a lot of you know there was a bad earthquake in an area pretty far away, in Turkey and Syria, the countries of Turkey and Syria. So Connor Tudor, Connor, do you want to just stand up and wave? And Connor wrote a lovely message. Can I read this, Connor? Yeah, Connor asked for me to read this today. So there were 2 big earthquakes in Turkey. Millions, guys, millions, a big number. Millions of people were impacted in Turkey and Syria. They lost their houses, their clothes, their furniture. Connor has family in Turkey. His grandma and uncles, right, Connor, is that right? They live there in Turkey, and they're okay. We're so glad that they're okay, right? But they need some help. So I think we can do a great job to show Montgomery's support to those families who lost a lot. And so when you bring in your funds to drop the dress code, know that you're making a difference and you're helping people. And please come prepared in that spirit, and we'll make sure that goes to, we found an organization that would really support the families that were impacted by this. It's Global, what was it, Mr. McManus, do you remember? Global Giving. Is that it? Yeah. So thank you. Sound good? We ready to support these families? Yeah. Connor, thank you for bringing this to us. We appreciate that. Good job. Okay, so Mr. V, you're going to be introducing our chapel speaker, who has been sitting there patiently through my announcements. Are we happy to see Mr. V this morning? Yes. Should we get to know a little bit more about Mr. V? Yeah, I think he's going to share a little something. We love that. Good morning, Mr. V. All right.
Good morning. So good to be with you. So I'll share a quick thing about me because there's a change around this time. One, I'm so happy that it's going to be above 60 degrees today. Who's happy about that? A couple things that means. For me, I love golf, so it's getting close to the golf season. But also a change is I've coached lacrosse at my past school in the high school level for 10 years. So this is the first time as an educator that I won't be coaching lacrosse, and it typically starts right around now. So one thing I've done is make an effort to watch students that I've coached that are now in college. And last night I watched UNC versus Johns Hopkins, and one of the players that I coached scored 2 goals at UNC. So I was happy about that. So a little bit of a change for me, but I'm glad I'm here, and I'm so happy to be speaking with you today. So real quick, before we start, I wanted to show just a quick highlight of middle school so you can look forward to this. Does anyone know what this is? Yes. All right, what is it? iFly. iFly. What do you do at iFly? Reggie. You basically simulate skydiving. So our 8th grade went to iFly earlier in the week, and it was awesome. So they were up there. You can see that's Mr. A, who's somewhere in the back. Mr. A is right over there, our math teacher. And Mr. Kulkarni, who's our science teacher, planned this field trip, and it's in connection to physics. So hopefully we'll keep that going, and you'll get to experience that in middle school. And so now on to our speaker for today, who is amazing, and I'm really looking forward to this message. Does anyone know what the 8th grade does after an 8th grade chapel? Do you know where they go? There's a certain spot on campus. Go ahead. They go to the bell. And what they do is as soon as the 8th grade presenter walks out of the door, everybody cheers at the top of their lungs. You may hear it. And I think that's just one of the awesome moments of a middle school and your career as a middle schooler, because everybody, just like we're giving back to Turkey and Syria, everyone is giving back to their 8th grade peer. And it's just a special moment. And when I think about our speaker today, Reese is one who definitely gives back to the community. She's only been here for 3 years, in 6th grade. But she has shared all the positive attributes she's had and jumped right into our community and has given back in many ways. So I want to thank her for that. So she volunteers for almost every opportunity that there is. She participates in each season of extracurriculars. She played soccer. She's in the play now. She'll participate in the spring as well. Did anyone go to the holiday stroll at Historic Yellow Springs in the crowd? a couple of us. So Reese volunteered her Friday night for that, to go in the community and give back, where she was definitely one of the leaders of our group who was helping with the service at that service opportunity. So we thank her for that. Reese is just a genuinely good person who definitely has bought into all things Montgomery. And she's only been here again for a few years, but she's jumped right in. So we're in the classroom. She brings great ideas. She makes good connections between her life and what she's learning. She's an athlete. She's an awesome guitar player, which I didn't know about that. I read that on our sheet, which is cool. She's a strong role model, and she's an independent thinker who is becoming more and more confident within herself and her ideas. And I'm excited for her speech today. So please welcome Reese Escobar.
Thank you, Mr. V, for that warm introduction. Hello, students, parents, and faculty. My name is Reese Escobar, and my chapel topic is change. I've recently gone through a few big changes in my life that inspired me to use this topic that I will share with you all today. I'd like to start with the Webster Dictionary definition of change: the act or instance of making or becoming different. My definition is a little different because I define change as the effect of a new circumstance. When something changes, it means that now something is different and that can have an effect on you or others around you. As I will discuss in my chapel, it is important to overcome and adapt to these changes in your life. In the fall of 2020, I came to Montgomery in 6th grade. Changing schools was a big change for me and a scary one at the time. I thought that everyone else would know each other and that I wouldn't fit in. I had a fixed mindset. It wasn't too hard in the beginning because we were still on Zoom calls, but once we went back to school in person, the same fears came back. I overcame them by embracing the change and overcoming it. I made new friends and I made some best friends. I felt accepted into the new community, and the old fears of a new school and new people faded away. That was 2 years ago, but more recently, I changed soccer teams about a month ago. If you know anything about me, you know that I love soccer. I've been playing soccer for 10 years at the same club, and I've made friends there that I've been friends with for years and have been on the same team as for a long time. This year, I moved to a higher-ranked team in our club. I was so excited to move to a better team, but also sad to leave my old friends behind. Thankfully, however, I still hung out with my old friends frequently. At the beginning of the season, everything seemed fine, just a bunch of girls playing soccer. Then our captains were chosen, and it all went downhill from there. No one liked our captains, and it split the team apart into cliques. People started to get mean, and the team dynamics fell apart. When I realized the dynamics weren't going to improve, I decided to make a change. I found a new club. This new team was kind and accepting, but they weren't my old friends. Still, I made a point that I would not let what happened on my old team happen on this team. So I embraced it and moved past the fact that all of them are already friends. This team has been the most fun I've had playing the sport I love in a long time. Everyone goes through changes every day, even you guys. You 5th graders will be going into middle school next year, and some of you are new to the Monty community this year. I'm sure I've gone through other changes even at home, such as trying a new sport or activity, or having new responsibilities at home. Has anyone in the audience gone through changes recently? You right there? See, and how did you overcome it? That's good. Everyone goes through changes through their life, and it's important to embrace them and move past them and to adapt to them. To adapt to change, you need to have an open mind and a growth mindset. A growth mindset means that you are open to new ideas and opportunities. You're not afraid to fail because you know you can get better if you try. Whereas a fixed mindset would mean that you are less open to new things because you're afraid of messing up. To overcome changes, you need to not shell yourself away from the changes in your life, but instead face them head on. Is there such thing as good and bad change? The short answer is no. The long answer is yes and no. The fact is that you have the power to make the change good or bad. It's not black and white. there's gray, meaning that there's good and bad, not or. You have the power to shape the change that has been presented to you. You cannot change the past, but you can change the future, and that is the most important thing. Not what has happened, but what will happen. An example might be getting a bad grade on something. It has already happened, and there's not much you can do to change that specific grade, but you can try to study harder for the next assignment. Here's a little clip from one of my favorite Disney movies, The Lion King.
Looks like the winds are changing.
Change is good.
Yeah, but it's not easy. I know what I have to do, but going back means I'll have to face my past. I've been running from it for so long.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah! You see? What are you going to do?
First, I'm gonna take your stick.
No, not a stick. Hey! Where are you going?
I'm going back!
Good! Come on! Get out of here!
In the clip, Rafiki the monkey tells Simba the lion that the past can hurt, but that he can either run from it or learn from it. The same can be applied to all of our lives. We cannot change the past, but we can take the events and learn from them to make the future better. Like I said earlier, you have the power to change the future no matter the past. And like the video said, you can learn from your mistakes. An example would be, in my life, would be my soccer team. I learned from the mistakes made on my old team that tore us apart and adjusted them on my new team. I would like to end my chapel on a quote from John F. Kennedy. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Thank you for listening to my chapel, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. let it be.